Hey, you guys, you're going to want to listen all the way through this episode because Kelly Alexander has provided a brand new, we don't think ever been used nickname for one of the biggest movie stars of all time.
You're also going to find out how this is a massive full circle moment for Mariah Carey and Taylor Swift.
Hey, everybody, how are ya? Yeah, this
Hey,
is
bro.
the sound. Hey, bro. I was just telling Kelly before we hit our mics on that I called somebody on my softball team bro the other night, and they said, "Did you just call me bro?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they took a second and dealt with it.
Yeah.
And off we went. Think of all the things I could have called you, and I picked bro.
Yeah. You know what I never understood? I used to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter, like
Yeah,
back in the day.
brother,
And you know how they would like often be in Hawaii?
brother.
No, they'd say, yeah, but they'd like if you ever had like subtitles on, it would be
Yeah.
brah, B-R-A.
Oh yeah.
So it was,
Instead
I
of
guess
BRUH.
the Hawaiian version of bro was brah.
Bruh, bruh. Uh, we've covered all the sounds that mean,
Yeah.
hey, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
We want to tell you right off the top, we're going to brag a bit, but we'll also start by saying that we're going to be wrapping up season 13 with
hmm
this episode. So thank you very much for being a part of season 13. We'll be off for a couple of weeks, but we will be back mid-September, just because we need time to sort of, you know, Jenga things in place. I'm in my mind. I'm thinking of Perfection. Remember that game where you put all the you had so much time to
Yeah.
put all the pieces before it exploded in your face.
Yeah.
We're trying to manage the explosion in the best possible way. So we want to make sure that all the pieces are where they should be. And we'll be back to take on season 14 after 52 weeks in a year. That's not the boasty part because everybody knows that there are 52 weeks in a year. But how many weeks have we had a show, Kel?
47.
47. Pretty good for a passion project. Am I right?
I think that's great.
Bruh.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because a lot of podcasts will do whatever X amount of episodes and that's their season, but like we literally did a full season. Like
Yeah,
because that's what, only 5 weeks out of the year we haven't done.
that's
So,
true.
so that's pretty
Uh,
good.
yeah, we wanted to make sure that we connected with you as much as possible, which is
Yeah.
why we do it. We're having fun while we do it. So, and pretty mind blowing to think that we're heading into season 14
Yeah.
of this little gem. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of it. We appreciate it. We're going to get to that. We're going to talk about the big role that Leonardo DiCaprio regrets not taking.
hmm
Also put some now on the show thanks to some new music and other news from Taylor Swift and all the things that are swirling around her seemingly all the time, but she's pretty chill about most things. So we'll talk about that. We'll see how much you need to get your life back on track with a dose of Kelly's trivia or how you might need the 2 weeks break. Also, we'll go to around this time in 1990 with your 90s rewind and the role that Mariah nearly froze making for the video of one of the biggest hits of her career. Kel, let's start there. Mariah Carey talking
hmm
to Allure magazine about the iconic outfits in her career and recalled that one in particular. It should come as no surprise that the outfit she wore for All I Want for Christmas Is You is a standout for her, but definitely not enough for the conditions that she had to film in the video. I
Yeah. She
guess, I
froze.
guess, yeah, she froze basically is what she said. Needing a little more than the fur trim on the outfit, the snug red jumpsuit, the belt, the fur trim was the opposite, she said, of chic and effortless.
I actually, Sharon, went back and I watched the video again. I hadn't seen it in a while, and I was like, oh yeah, she was freezing, like legit. But it's like you have to suffer for your art a bit, and that song has given her so much. I
Oh
think
my
it's fine.
gosh. Well, you know what? 3 Guinness World Book of Record titles, and just to be clear that we got them right, highest charting holiday song on Billboard's Hot 100 by a solo artist, most streamed song on Spotify in a 24-hour period by a female. That would have happened in December of 2018,
Mhm.
and it would have been 10,819,009 streams in one day. So that's the other check mark for Guinness.
Hmm.
And most weeks in the UK singles top 10 chart for a Christmas song, she spent 20 there. That bonkers?
Yeah. You know what's interesting too is like, because Taylor Swift has a Christmas album, does she not?
Hmm.
Yeah, and so, and obviously Taylor is a monster with everything, right? But I don't think anybody, like, she hasn't even come close with the Christmas tune. Because the only Christmas tune I think we put on our station from Taylor is the Christmas tree song, or there's a Christmas tree song.
Did she not do a version of Last Christmas?
Maybe, I don't know. But it's
Somebody did
interesting.
it and it's boring. And no offense, because I like Taylor Swift. We've talked about her
Yeah.
many times over the course of our 13 seasons.
Yeah.
Um, toot toot our own horn. She writes an excellent pop song. She's very good at that. But that's why I found that her version of Last Christmas is so bland. I mean, it gets the job done, but
Yeah.
why?
The only one that I think, because even Katy Perry has a Christmas one, and I'm a Katy cat, and I don't think it's that, bop along to. The only one I think who's come even in the realm is Kelly Clarkson.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
she had one last year, eh?
Yeah. And she's done them before. And I don't know, she freaking nails it. And it's like,
Everything she does, she nails.
she nails it. You know what's funny is it came up on I think it was my Instagram feed recently from when she hosted, because remember for a few years she was hosting like the Billboard Music Awards, I think like every 10 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was her.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was 2018 or 2019 or something, but I forgot that she came out and she did a medley of like the top songs that year, like Bruno Mars, like all these, and she like rapped and she sang and like she did, and I think there was even like I think she was did the Cardi B song with Bruno. Anyways, I'd forgotten she'd done that, and I'm watching it, I'm like, she's even more talented than I know she is. Like,
Hmm.
and I knew this because I saw it at the time, but I'd forgotten, and I was like, oh my God, like she literally cannot not do anything when it comes to
Agreed.
vocals. Like,
For
she can
me,
rap.
with her, she is a student of her craft.
Hmm.
She knows the music. I mean, that's what makes her a great, not only a great artist and a great performer, but it makes her a great coach on The Voice
Yeah.
because she's really listening and she knows the music and she knows where it can go, what it can
Hmm.
do. And I think that comes not just from, being in the career that she's in, but being a fan of music,
Yeah.
period, which she clearly is.
Yeah. Because
I
remember
love
when
that.
she fangirled over Janet? It was so cute. Like
Yeah.
and she's performed If, I think, as part of karaoke. Like
Yep.
she's done some Janet stuff, which we love. But yeah, back to Mariah and that song. Like, apart from Kelly Clarkson, I don't think anybody in pop world, I can't think of anything unless you can, that's come even close to being in the realm.
No. And what's cool about that is that as fans, we're a part of it. Like
Mm,
I remember it was at the start of my career, so I had a part-time job in radio and a part-time job at a CD store, and um, that Christmas album was a huge seller,
mm,
huge, just because she was, you know, she had a couple albums at that point. She'd done the Unplugged. She'd done the had she done the Unplugged at that point?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that 93? I think so.
Yes, yes.
Mm,
So then she was really, I mean, her journey was, well on its way. Nothing was going to stop her from doing what she
yeah.
ended up doing, which is, standing on top of the world
Yeah.
or singing on top of the world. Um, but it really feels like we were there for it, and it wasn't just like a gimmicky. "Oh, I'm going to do a Christmas album because that's what I'm supposed to do." I
Yeah.
mean, she's a solid songwriter and an excellent performer. But
Hmm.
that song, there's something magical about the simplicity of the content of the song and the way it builds. It's got some old school tone to it, and it just moves. And it's honestly, in finding notes and stuff and putting uh, the show together today, I'm like, I am not excited to hear that song. Meaning, it's not going to be too soon to hear that song
Yeah.
again. I love it every year. I will never turn it off.
And yeah, and because she's been doing a lot of press, because the new album's coming, and some people have tried to ask her some Christmas questions, and obviously, like, she's like, it's not time. It's
Yeah,
not time to talk about Christmas. She's like, my album's coming on the 26th, so it's not
that's
time yet,
true.
whatever. And I just love, but it's even funny to me that even anybody would bring up Christmas unless they were trying to, as you and I are radio announcers, sometimes you try to sneak in questions sometimes that you can use later.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can whip this out in November or December or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I think the excitement obviously is so high for this album. And she did a bunch of press over in the UK. I saw a bunch of interviews, and she is so ready for this album. Like, she is so ready. She is so excited for her fans to see it. And her team, man, like, I know Taylor obviously, and again, like, I respect Taylor Swift very much. I
Hmm.
think her and her team are ridiculously savvy. And it's like, Mariah Carey is like her generation savvy. Like, she's still doing all the stuff. She's doing the stuff that Taylor's doing for her fans, but she's been doing it already.
Yeah.
Like, Mariah re-releases stuff. She comes up with things that are going to be fun for fans. Like, she doesn't sit on her laurels. She keeps pushing, she keeps doing things. And so she has all these, I think, surprises, or at least, whatever coming our way as this album gets closer to release. So,
What's also interesting, I think, pointing out the age difference is that for in the pop world, there has always been an implied end date for
mm,
pop stars, right? Like,
yeah,
and that's not from a fan, it's from a business perspective of we're only going to focus our energy on you for so long. And I think that someone like Mariah or Janet, or I mean, there's not many people on the list, but
yeah,
these strong artists will always be popular. They
yeah,
will not be bound by the rules of pop
yeah.
music. Like, talent is talent and it doesn't end,
Yeah, and I love to,
especially when
like,
you're Mariah Carey.
yeah, exactly. I mean, and we've both heard the two singles that have dropped so far as of this
Yeah,
recording. And like, her writing is ridiculously on point. Like, she's so, and maybe it helps because she's got teenage kids, but she's so in it, but she's not trying to be young. She's not trying to be cool.
right.
She's just Mariah, like, and she's
Exactly.
cool. And did
Yep.
you see that? Did you see the clip about her not knowing that Katy Perry was going to space or had gone to space? Did you see that?
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh my God. Anybody who has not seen this, please, like, Google. It was when Mariah was doing a BBC interview, like, within the last 2 weeks or so. And
Yeah.
he asked her about, like, he's like, how Katy Perry went to space. She's like, she went where? And she was legit
Oh,
mystified. And he's like, no, she, like, went to orbit. And she's like, she was up there? And like, she was just, but it wasn't her being stupid. She's just legitimately, this is what I love Mariah. She's so in her own plane
yeah.
that like, she doesn't know what these people are doing, and then she goes, because he explains, like, yeah, so she went up on the Blue Origin flight. She goes, wow, Katie. Then she goes something like, I ain't mad at her, like,
Yeah. Love it.
it was so. Please, if you haven't seen this, I watched it like 4 times. I was like laughing, it was so good.
Mariah's got it, man. She is on her game. I
Yeah,
love that everything has fallen into place for her.
yeah,
Um, because she deserves it and we deserve her.
yeah,
And because we've talked about Mariah Carey and the Christmas album, but ahead of that, the new album, unless Costco has beat us to it, I haven't been there. I'm going to go later on this evening, so I'll have to get back to you for the start of season 14.
yeah.
Toot, toot. This could be the first official mention of Christmas. Normally, Costco gets it in before anybody, and we're all mad at it.
Yeah.
But somehow I'm hoping that I don't think people are mad at the fact that we would talk about
Do you
Christmas.
think the Christmas stuff will be in before September 1st?
They don't not do that.
Yeah.
Like, they're not above it.
I know I've taken pictures, I think one time I think it was during pandemic, I posted a picture from me because I had like a mask on or whatever, and I think I
Yep.
posted like a selfie in like August, like mid-August or late
I'm sure I've
August.
done the same, like in
Yeah.
shorts. Like, too
Yeah.
soon, Costco.
And I'm not sure if because it was pandemic here, maybe Costco was trying to make us feel like hope.
Yeah, right.
Along with their
Don't,
bottom line, Sharon, it was hope. It
yeah,
was,
don't leave the house, but when you do, it's going to be Christmas.
yeah.
And you know what, Kel, before we move on to trivia, we've got some
Yeah.
birthday vibes to celebrate, right?
Yes, so we are very excited to wish Dominic uh
Dom.
a very happy birthday. He's one of our loyal listeners, and we've mentioned Dom and Laura before on the show, and like, again, I just love that Dominic, like, English is not his first language, and I love that he chooses each and every week to listen to the show. That is not lost on Sharon and I. So, Dominic,
No.
thank you so much. Happy birthday, and
Happy birthday, Dominic.
have an amazing year ahead, and keep listening to season 14.
Yes.
Peace
You
out.
you take this time, 2 weeks, to celebrate you and then
Yeah,
come back and we will celebrate you. Happy
exactly.
birthday and thank you for listening to 90s Now. We appreciate that. So trivia, are you ready for one last dose, Kel, for the year? The
Boom, boom,
year,
boom.
the season.
Um, so here we are. Oh, do you want news and politics or sport to start?
I want sport to start.
Sport to start.
Sport to start.
Alrighty. Michael Johnson broke the 200 meters world record twice in which year? I did not look at this. I'm going to guess with you after you.
All right, I'm gonna guess 96.
Okay, I'm going to guess 98. 96, go Sharon!
Are we talking Olympics?
It says Michael Johnson broke the 200 meters world record twice in which year? It doesn't say Olympics or not,
Oh,
but
okay.
just says 1996.
Well, fantastic for me.
Good job, Sharon.
Thank
What
you.
was Carl Lewis was he the first one that started having like personalized sneakers? Remember he had like those gold.
Ooh.
Remember those?
He was more in the 80s though, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's true. I think he had the personalized silver ones though.
It's
Anyways,
probable.
um, news and politics.
Yeah.
Which country is home to Mount Pinatubo, which erupted in 1991?
It erupted. I think you said interrupted.
Sorry, I meant to say
Um,
erupted.
it erupted in 1991.
Yeah, and which country is home to Mount Pinatubo?
Let's go with Italy.
I didn't look either. I'm gonna guess not Italy. I feel like you could be right though. So I'm gonna say something completely off, like Malaysia. The Philippines!
Yay for the Philippines. Not yay for us.
We look stupid, Sharon.
Just smile through it, Kel. Hey, let's talk about Leo DiCaprio because that's what his friends call him.
Yeah.
So, Leonardo DiCaprio
Maybe
has a
they
new
call him
movie coming out.
decap, Sharon.
They do?
Maybe they should though.
How come we haven't heard that yet?
I
That's
don't
really
know. We
good.
should start calling him that.
All right. Well, Decap has a new movie coming out
Yeah.
next month. It's called One Battle After Another. It'll be in theaters on September 26th. He got to work with director Paul Thomas Anderson, who did a Q&A with him about the movie and other stuff. Now, for some background, Paul Thomas Anderson directed the movie whose starring role was a signature for someone else after Decap turned it down. Just in case you're joining us now, Decap is our new name for Leonardo DiCaprio.
How come no one's called him
I
this?
know, write it down, put a little C and a circle around it, copyright it. Okay, so Paul Thomas Anderson in the Q&A asked him questions, I think, do you have any regrets, films
Mm-hmm.
that you didn't do or whatever? And so basically, Leo said that his regret for not doing Boogie Nights was because of the film was a profound movie for his generation. So Decap was up for the character of Dirk Diggler. Boogie Nights.
And
Excellent movie.
yeah, I never saw it.
Oh my God. Make that part of your homework before season 14 begins, Kelly,
All right.
because oh my gosh, it's so good.
When's the last time you watched it?
It's been a while, but I've probably seen it 3 times.
Really, eh? Okay.
Yeah, totally worth a watch. Soundtrack is incredible. It's so of the time.
Yep.
And it really gives some insight to a world that I'm not sure that anybody really has access to unless you're watching it or acting in porn. And that's a lot of people I realize that do watch and then act it out. But what I'm saying is it gives you like a really interesting look at the people that were in that industry
Mm-hmm.
and that are, I suppose, in that industry. But
Yeah.
it's so cool because it's 70s, early 80s, and the introduction of cocaine into society and how that impacted at least that industry.
Mm.
and videoed, and it's super cool and it's great. And Mark Wahlberg does a fantastic job as Dirk Diggler, and even Decap himself can't imagine anybody but Wahlberg doing that role. So
Yeah.
kind of a good thing that he turned it down, but he did point out that it was kind of ironic also that Paul Thomas Anderson is the one that's asking him about regrets and that he gets to answer that, his movie.
And he's the one that recommended Mark to take that role.
Yeah, and not for nothing too, eh? Like he couldn't do the Dirk Diggler character because he had committed to a little movie called Titanic.
Yeah. So don't feel too bad for Decap in 1997.
Yeah, exactly. He did okay in the end.
Yeah.
So good for Decap. And look at that, he's got a new nickname.
Yeah.
And you're welcome, Decap.
Especially because like I'm pretty sure I've read over the years that he is very much into hip hop, Leo. So like who hasn't called him this yet? And why hasn't like media sources like this is it.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, this is the
Like,
coolest. Yeah. And by the way, I should mention that just speaking of copyright stuff, as we know, Taylor's album is coming, The Life of a Showgirl. And I read an article and I spoke about it on my show that hours before she announced the news, her team, and I obviously they couldn't do this in advance because somebody's always watching her company, right? Like what it's
yep.
doing. And so hours before, I think 2 to 3 hours before, they filed copyright paperwork to anything to do with the life of a showgirl. Like she's trying to
Ah.
so like lunch boxes, like what like
Can you
true.
imagine?
Yeah.
Imagine your little young Taylor Swift
Yeah.
fan going to school with the last showgirl lunchbox.
Yeah. So
Inappropriate.
yeah. So and that goes back to Taylor and her team, how ridiculously savvy they are.
Well, let's talk about that because Taylor
Yeah.
Swift has been busy after her
Hmm.
exhaustive Eras tour and the run through that. The next era begins for her with this new album. It's her 12th album. Um, and she talked a lot about this and many other things on what will undoubtedly be the most watched episode of the New Heights podcast, which is available on audio and video,
Yeah.
co-hosted by NFL greats Travis and Jason Kelsey. Travis, of course, being Taylor's boyfriend.
Yeah.
She shared a lot of information over a couple
Mm.
hours. I watched a lot of that podcast, and I mean, Taylor Swift in her natural state is intelligent, witty, has great timing. She's very aware of who she is and what she's talking about. So
Yeah.
my gripe, as you know, for many years back is
Yeah.
that when she would show up at award shows for which she was nominated, and then when the categories would come up, it looked like she was feigning shock, like, what? I'm nominated? Yes, you're nominated. We all knew you were nominated. You knew you were nominated. What are you doing? So it seems sort of faux for me, which I didn't love. But she knows what she's doing, and we've talked about how strong she is as a songwriter. Um, but her openness and willingness to discuss everything easily on this podcast that went for really, I think it's like a couple hours.
Yeah.
I didn't watch all the whole thing, but I did see a chunk of it. I saw how emotional she got talking about the emotional reaction she had. So she was emotional about being emotional about getting the publishing rights to her music back, and the
Hmm.
fight that like landmark cases, the fact that she called on her fans to support her by buying the new version of the re-recorded versions of albums that she didn't own the rights to, and now she owns all the rights. So
Yeah.
however you're getting Taylor music, she is the one that's getting what she is due. But it was, talking to these big goofy football players who do a really good job in their podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
um but she was very willing, and to watch Travis, just watch her talk and then him talk, and they just seem so into each other, but not in like a goofy girlfriendy boyfriendy make you sick kind of way. They
Hmm.
just seem like they have a healthy, supportive connection, which is nice to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
for someone like Taylor, who is famous for writing songs about her exes,
Yeah.
The incentive, of course, would then be to stay together for him.
Yeah. I don't think I'm alone in thinking this guy's the guy.
Yeah, he seems it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other little what the people like to call Easter eggs that
Mm.
have been dropped about whether or not she'll be the halftime show star.
There's also word on the street she could be, because her album's dropping on the 3rd, that she'll be the season 51 opener for a Saturday Night Live, which goes back on October 4th.
Wow, that'd be cool, eh?
So that seems very plausible to me, that she might have, whether she's the guest or she, like, it'd be cool if they actually had her as host if she went
If
for it
she
this
did
time
both.
around. Yeah. I don't think she's
Like,
ever hosted. Has she hosted before?
I can't remember
I,
that.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but like, didn't Sabrina Carpenter do both
Yeah, Sabrina
recently,
Carpenter.
like this past season?
Yeah, yeah, and she was beast mode. She's great. And
She
Sabrina's
was
the only
amazing.
collab on this album. She's on the actual track, I believe, the Life of a Showgirl.
Nice.
And what else? Oh, the other thing, what 90's connection is that she's working with her, as she calls him, her mentor, Max Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously has done so many hit songs for like 3 decades now, I think, at least 3 decades.
Mm-hmm.
And Shellback. And I had, again, like, my respect level for her went up a tick when I found out that she was on tour for the Eras tour, flying to Sweden to record, going back out on concert dates, then flying back to record. Like, she already had a lot on her plate with that tour, but then to go
Mm-hmm.
record, that's like amazing. So my respect level for her went up. And then also, I think because she's in such a happy place, she's basically said, and I quote something to the effect of, "This is an album of bangers."
Oh, nice.
So
That's
I
fun.
think,
I'm a huge fan of Shake It Off.
yeah,
Like there's other songs that I like too, but there's an immediate reach for the volume when the drums start for Shake It Off. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna shake it off. Watch and learn other people in cars around me.
yeah,
And for the record, she did host SNL in 2009, but 16 years later, she's due
she is due. She hosted. Wow, I didn't remember that at all.
host and musical guest.
Okay, that's great. So then, yeah, it's time, because she even said there was a clip that we ran on our station of the New Heights like interview where she was like something to the effect of like, she's like, I know, I'm sure all guys that love, their space here, love having me here in it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
such a good, yeah.
What I
So
one of the things I loved about how she dealt with the nice things that Travis was saying about her, and he was quite complimentary as he should be and would be.
yeah.
Um, but he would say something like, "She's just so smart or intelligent, whatever," and then she would say, "Said her boyfriend." Like said her boyfriend. She said it a couple of times. It was funny.
Yeah,
So
she
that's
seems
good.
because I do think that her last guy, it was because she kind of disappeared for several years. Remember when she was overseas with the last guy?
Yeah.
And yeah, like it wasn't, yeah, and it sounds like he wanted to be super private and was not wanting to have any sort of, and I just think it's more of her personality to be living her life and doing her thing. And I mean, she has gone away, right, for several months. Like the tour, I think, finished the 8th of December in Vancouver. But I
Hmm.
will say this though, I was surprised like, I was surprised that there was an album. I was surprised that there was an album because the Eras tour was so ginormous, and because she'd released like 3 albums. Remember during the course of the pandemic, like it was like
Yeah.
3 albums I think came out. I thought she might take longer off or go into like directing something.
Mm.
So this did catch me off guard, but I think she can't not write and record. I think she cannot.
She can't not.
Yeah.
That's a lot of negativities.
It's a lot of season 13 ending. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We have lost our grammar skills.
Yeah.
So October 3rd for new music from Taylor
Yeah. Do you
Swift.
think she'll
And
tour, Sharon, before you move on? Do you think she'll tour this?
eesh, I
I
don't
don't,
know, man. How
yeah,
do
I
you
don't know.
follow up a tour? How do you follow up the Eras tour with another one album tour?
But that's the thing, because knowing now too that this is an album, it sounds like, of mostly bangers.
Yep.
It's not like she can go, I mean, she can do whatever she wants to Taylor Swift, but it's not like you can go and do like little recital halls. You know what I mean? Like, she
Well, I
could,
don't.
but
I think
not
this,
for that type of album.
but for the Eras tour, it was so gigantic that she needed to have the stadiums.
Yeah.
I don't think she has to have the stadiums moving forward. Otherwise, you have to fill the view for the people that are sitting
Yeah.
furthest back, and
Yeah.
that's money.
But I think her last two or three tours have been stadium tours for her? I think so.
You got to ask her, man. I don't know.
Okay, I'll get right on that.
Get on it,
I'll text
okay?
Travis
Would
and
you?
see.
Text him through the podcast. He'll answer right away.
Yeah,
Are you ready to go back, Kelly?
do it.
All right, we're doing a 90s rewind that'll take us right around this time in 1990. Oh, sweet summer and the clinging to it. And Poison, with the ripped jeans and the bandana on Bret Michaels and unskinny bop was blasting through your rock speakers. John Bon Jovi wearing a similar outfit just without the bandana,
Yeah.
but as a solo artist from the soundtrack to Young Guns with
Oh, that was
Blaze
such a
of Glory.
so great.
How about that? Uh if I said the words it's getting kind of hectic, would you feel that you had the power?
Of Snap.
Snap. They were yeah, we heard that song a lot. And how about we picture two identical blonde men, for they were
Bros.
identical twins. They were bros. They were the members of Nelson,
Oh yeah.
Gunnar and Matthew Nelson, child, child, children of Ricky Nelson, TV star from the 50s and 60s, and had some
Yeah.
couple hits in the 70s. But his sons, very talented.
Mm,
Can't live without your love and affection.
yeah.
Super cool. Wasn't that the video that they recorded backwards so
Was
that
it?
they could? There was one of the videos that they learned how to sing the lyrics, their song backwards, so that they could have the opposite effects of like rain falling. It was rain rising.
Oh, that's crazy.
So they legit sang it backwards, like sounded it out backwards, so that when they played it seemed like they were singing properly. So the
Crazy.
singing part wasn't it was just the moving of their
Yeah,
lips
yeah.
in the video. Very complicated, but that's what you get from two handsome blondes. How
Great.
about Go West and the song King of Wishful Thinking?
That was a great song.
I'll get over you. I know I will. Love it. And since we should talk about two of the greats as we wrap up season 13, we can point out that the all the greatness that Janet Jackson has provided to you, Kelly, Come Back to Me was a huge song
Mm-hmm.
in August of 1990.
Such a great song. Such a
And
great video.
I went back and listened to it before we started the show today, and she sounds like she kind of set the bar for a vocal style that really dominated our favorite decade.
Mm,
So, of course, it was going to be Janet that did that.
yeah.
And for the gigantic career of another one of our favorite name drops on this very podcast, had to begin with one song, and it was Vision of Love
Oh,
from Mariah Carey that was number one on the charts from around this time in 1990. And that is your 90s rewind.
I remember when she sang that, I think at the American Music Awards. I think we talked about this in that black cat suit with the like, I
Mm-hmm.
think she had a gold belt. And I think that was my introduction really to Mariah, like seeing her live because I don't know if I'd seen her on Arsenio Hall yet at that point, but like that
Yeah.
was
My introduction to her was seeing her on the Today Show.
mm,
And I've talked about this before because it was the set of the Today Show back then was like not as it is now. It's the fans weren't there. So when she did this song, this roar of applause that came out wasn't from fans, but from employees,
it
camera
was
people,
yeah,
people that just happened to be there and were blown away by this incredible young woman
yeah,
who totally had command of her voice and had to sing a song that was Vision of Love. It was incredible.
yeah. And it's funny, I think it came up on my Instagram feed also in the last couple of weeks. Her in a like I don't it was in the 90s, I think. I can't remember the name of the song she was singing, but it was like video of her recording this vocal run. And like I watched her and I was like, you are magic. Like you are. I couldn't like she was like doing all this crazy and then like the run and then like I don't even know where she found the breath. Like cuz like it was this crazy thing that went on for like a minute. And I was like, "How are you in key and haven't collapsed?" Like I
Yeah,
don't she's full circle Mariah.
that's our Mariah.
Yeah.
She's on fire.
Before
Yep.
we bounce, I did want to mention because I don't think we talked about it yet, but just the new Eminem documentary is coming out, I believe, on the 26th of August,
Nice.
called Stans. And so it's about his like hardcore fans that
Yep.
have like literally stanned him. And so, and the soundtrack comes out on the same day also, so August 26th, and it sounds like it's going to be quite the doc.
Do we
So
know where we can find this doc?
I want to say Netflix or Prime, maybe.
Were you hoping I wouldn't ask you that
Maybe
question?
Disney. No, Eminem would not be on Disney Plus. I don't think
That would
so.
be funny.
That'd be pretty funny. Um, but that's oh, and I finally watched that. I watched the
Paramount Plus.
Mariska Hargitay.
Oh yeah?
Did you watched it, right?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my God, Sharon, you must.
I know
So
that's what I
like
hear.
what's it
So
called? My Mom Jane or something? I
yeah.
think yeah. Please
Yep.
watch it.
Okay.
She's amazing. And seeing her with her biological father is like, and but you have such love for her, the father that raised her,
Yeah.
who passed away like
Yep.
several years ago.
Hmm.
But it's crazy. Like I didn't realize she has so many siblings. It's crazy.
Cool.
And I did not know how, I don't even know what the word is. I did not know how windy and weavy her family tree was.
Right.
But
Yeah, I will
she's
watch it. I really did. It fell off my radar for a moment. So thank you very much for the remind.
please watch it. And then also my better half wanted me, I've not been in a movie theater since Twisters of last year to watch Twisters. And
Yep.
so she wanted to see Naked Gun with Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
If you're into that, it's great.
I
So
am into that.
so go and I won't spoil anything, but yeah, it's and like what's Pamela Anderson does a great job and how he gets through some of these scenes, like I can only imagine what the B-roll is because how he kept a straight face, I feel like they had to do those those shots a few times
Oh,
because
no doubt.
it's epic. So if you have a chance to see the Naked Gun movie, do so also.
What a great tribute to Leslie Nielsen, who was a master at that role.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, and like it's so funny because you're used to seeing Liam in these intense like action films or whatever. So to see him do these deadpan deliveries, it's it's
Has
great.
anybody pointed out Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson?
I know. That's what I said to like
What?
my better half. It's
Nice.
like it was written in the stars, Sharon.
It really was. What a
Yeah.
magical way to end season 13. Again,
Yeah.
everybody, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with the start of season 14 of this podcast that we've been doing that we can't believe for this long, but we appreciate that you've been along for the ride for whatever stretch of this ride. If it's been all of it, if it's been some of it, whatever amount, we appreciate that you listen and that you find us wherever you do and that you communicate with us through social media. We are connectable and open to it. So thank you very much. Thank you for listening to 90s Now. Still happening.